Sims. Yeah, that's right. We're playing Sims. I don't seem to do this a lot on my channel these days, and God forbid how long it's been since I last did a Sims 4 speed build. But today, we're doing a Sims 4 speed build, and I'm building a mid-century modern family home. Yes, I know, a thing I've totally never done before, but I'm building this with the Desert LUXE kit. Now, funny, kind of embarrassing backstory to this build. I kind of started it ages ago when the Sims 4 Desert LUXE kit was released. If you don't know, it is a kit that was free for a time for anybody that owned The Sims 4 up until when The Sims 4 became free to download, basically a free-to-play game. And I built this house, or at least started building this house, in celebration of that. This house uses The Sims 4 base game and the Desert LUXE kit only, and it's kind of cute. And I really liked building this house, and then I just, forgot about it, like I do. And then today I just suddenly remembered that house, thought I haven't done these Sims videos in ages, and thought, okay, let's just finish building this house. To be fair, I didn't have a lot left to do, mainly just like the bathroom and some extra landscaping, but apart from that, the house was pretty much finished. So today I can present to you this finally finished mid-century modern family home. Now, when I say family home, it's not exactly geared up to a young family as such, because there's no bathtub. So that basically means no toddlers. So I wouldn't recommend placing a new family here with babies and toddlers, but if you got kids and older, go ahead. I think it's a fairly smallish house, although I can't quite remember what lot size I built it on. It could either be 20 by 15 or 20 by 30, I'm not entirely sure. I think it's on the lot that was originally named Springscape. So if you find that lot in your game, you'll be able to work out what lot size it is. Alternatively, I have now finally uploaded it to the Sims 4 gallery. Yeah, I don't normally build or create things very much in this game now at the minute. The last thing that I uploaded to the gallery before this was from August, which is really bad and shows you just how much time I've spent playing The Sims recently. But they've added a lot of stuff. Like, they've added wants and fears and just like a whole bunch of things. And also, I think they might be adding generations to the game. Like, there might finally be a generations pack. And honestly, if they make a generations pack, heck yes, I'm going to be playing The Sims a lot again, because The Sims 3 Generations was honestly a masterpiece. And I don't play The Sims 3 an awful lot. It's just not a game that I'm all that familiar with. I started with The Sims 4, so trying to get into The Sims 3 is a little bit tricky for me. I'm not very good with change, to be honest, so trying to adapt to a different Sims game is just a bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. But The Sims 3 Generations is a good pack. Like, it's got so much gameplay in it, and, I really wanted them to create a Generations pack for The Sims 4. Now, why am I saying all this? Well, recently, The Sims posted like a teaser, and it was talking about the improved babies update, which we knew this, we've known this for a while. I actually made a video where I was reacting to, was it the Sims Summit live stream? It was like an hour-long live stream, and they announced different things for The Sims 4, The Sims Free Play, and The Sims Mobile, and also teased a bit of The Sims 5. Not that it's officially called The Sims 5, it's actually called Project Renee, but it's basically The Sims 5. Literally, right at the end of this live stream, we heard a baby crying, and then it showed us footage of a baby Sim crawling across the floor. And that is, amazing, because right now, the babies in The Sims 4 are literally objects, which is just not very good, really, for a game that's been out for like 8 years. Not gonna lie, it does kind of suck. The Sims 4 is gonna be 9 years old this year, so I think we are getting the improved babies update fairly soon, and that was super exciting. And recently we got yet another teaser talking about the improved babies update and the fact that we have 1 expansion pack to come and 2 new kits all coming up fairly soon this year. And there's also going to be a live stream, which is amazing. But just the whole graphic and the language that they were using in this teaser, they were saying about families and stuff like that. Just everything they were saying points towards the fact that there's obviously going to be a Generations pack. And, you know, they did say that there was going to be an expansion pack. Well, it has to be Generations, right? There's been quite a few expansion packs for The Sims 4 now, and to be honest, what more can they do? And just everything that they were saying in the teaser points towards it being Generations. I have actually seen videos where other people are talking about Generations, so I don't know whether it's like an official thing or whether it's just like a fan theory or not. I don't know whether it's officially been confirmed, but it's basically going to be Generations, and that is super exciting. I'm not even sure how I got onto the topic of The Sims 4 Generations. But as you can tell, I'm kind of excited about it, and it's definitely going to pique my interest to make me play The Sims 4 again, because I think I played it once in the last 2 months, which is kind of sad because I used to play this game a lot. And, you know, I do love it, and I actually used to really love building and creating houses in this game, so I'm glad that I finally finished this mid-century modern house. And I know I say this about quite a few of my builds, but I actually like this one an awful lot, and it's probably one of my faves. I just feel like this one is a little bit different. I did some different things. I took some creative risks with this house. I like the glass kind of, would you call it a porch, an overhang, a shelter? I don't know what you would call it. That bit outside that you can see right now. I can't with words right now. I'm too tired. But you know what I mean. And I like it, because it creates some cool light and shadows. I don't know, I like playing around with lighting in my builds, but I find it's probably one of my weaknesses. I follow some accounts on Twitter, and it just feels like these people that played The Sims just know how to make the lighting in their game look really good. I mean, granted, they probably have reshade presets, but, you know, the lighting in their builds just looks really cool, and they just managed to make it look so effortless. And I kind of have a teeny bit of that going on outside in this build. So I mentioned that this build was like a family home. It is kind of like a family home because, I mean, a family does live there, but it's not like a young family home. No toddlers could live here because there's a shower, but there's not a bathtub, so it's not really going to work for toddlers, because to bath toddlers you need a bath, not a shower. And yes, you did see me put a firefly in the swimming pool. I just thought it looked cool. Obviously, when the game is in live mode, there won't actually be fireflies in the swimming pool, but they'll be flying around. And, you know, in the dark, it's just going to look super cute. So I put them in there. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but deal with it, I guess. And now, I did skip me doing the floor plan of this build because it took me too long, because this build is a strange shape. I did mention I took some creative risks, and when you're taking creative risks with the overall shell of your build, it means the floor plan is going to be impossible. So yeah, the floor plan took me way too long, so I just decided not to even bother filming it, because it's just a little bit too much, to be honest. The only thing I would say I regret about this build is probably that I didn't include very much colour. I really like bright colours. I mean, my favourite colour is yellow, but for someone that likes bright colours like I do, my builds in The Sims 4 and in Animal Crossing as well, to be honest, are just so dull. I'm not very good at putting colours in builds and trying to make them go well together. I find it hard, I find it a little bit daunting, so sometimes I just don't do it. And then things look kind of sad and boring. But I figured it's a modern house, so it's okay. It's allowed to have a lot of neutral colours. Modern houses tend to have a lot of neutral colours. I mean, sometimes you get really colourful ones. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just feel like the neutrals look okay in a modern house. But definitely this year I want to branch out and I want to do some colourful builds. So hold me to that. make sure I do colourful builds, and if I don't, shout at me, because I deserve it. And you can see me now struggling with the whole like curtain thing. I don't know why I was struggling with it, but I did. The whole like curtain rack, or is it a rail, that this pack came with was to make it easier to get the curtains to fit any window. And I struggled to make them fit the window from literally the same pack that they're from. So that is kind of embarrassing, I guess. But you can see me now struggling to choose which shade of white or beige I should use as the wallpaper in this room. I just wish I'd made it a little bit more colourful. But like I said, hold me to it, and if I don't start making more colourful builds, you can yell at me. And that is totally okay. Perhaps for my next speed build that I do, because I want to start getting into building again in The Sims 4, because I know a lot of my subscribers originally subscribed for The Sims, because that is basically what I started my whole channel on, was The Sims. And I'm not particularly good at gameplay in this game, which is kind of why I've not been playing it a lot recently. I just can't really think of any interesting storylines. So I've just not really been playing. I do like Sims challenges though. Like I really did love the 100 baby challenge. I used to play the 100 baby challenge a lot on my channel, and I just haven't been. But you know, I could get back into doing that. But I really do love building in this game, and a lot of my subscribers subscribed for The Sims. So I think I owe it to you to give you some Sims content every now and then. And I actually do like building in The Sims. It gives me a chance to be creative, so it's super fun. I mean, recently in my last video, I actually posted a Dragon Mania Legends video. If you don't know that game, it's a game that you can play on Windows, Android, iOS, just like pretty much any platform. And it's a kind of cool game, kind of reminds me of Pokemon a little bit, because you have to train up your team and they have like elements and stuff. Somebody once tried to tell me it's nothing like Pokemon, but I kind of think it's similar. It's kind of that similar type of vibe. If you play the game, maybe you'll know what I mean. But anyway, I'm going off track here. I made a video on Dragon Mania Legends, but instead of actually like fighting bosses and other dragons, I just made my little islands that you have on the game look aesthetic, and essentially did a speed decorating video. And for me it was super fun. I had a good time. And it made me realise, wow, I really do miss building in The Sims. I'm not particularly good at interiors in this game, but I do love doing landscaping. And maybe I can make like a park or something in The Sims, because that involves a lot of landscaping, right? Though, that being said, I'm really good at building like residential lots, but really bad at building any kind of commercial lots. Okay, we're gonna push ourselves this year to make some new, interesting content. We're gonna make some commercial lots in The Sims. We're gonna make them colourful. Oh, I'm excited for it. Also kind of scared, because I don't know how I'm gonna pull it off. But, I mean, whatever. I'm sure it'll be fine. And now I'm decorating the kitchen, which, surprise, surprise, is also neutral. But I do like it. It is a nice kitchen. It was a funny shape to work with, but I think I did alright. I think I did a pretty good job. There's like a little place for your Sims to sit maybe and eat breakfast. There's like an island, and then there's like a dinner table. I feel like this house is suitable for a family of 4, because it is a 2-bedroom house. And basically, the adult's bedroom has a double bed, and then there's like a kid/teen bedroom with a bunk bed, because, you know, The Sims added bunk beds to the game like a year ago, I think, and I'm not over it. Probably like one of the best things to be added to the game. I mean, not really, but we didn't have bunk beds in the game for so long that now every opportunity that I can possibly get to use bunk beds in a kid's room, I'm like, yes, heck yes, give me bunk beds. Also, this house isn't particularly big, and I didn't want to take up too much space in the kids' room, so I used bunk beds, and I kind of like it. But honestly, other than the amount of Sims living here, I don't really have a backstory for this house. Well, apart from the fact that I started making this house when the Sims 4 Desert Luxe kit was released, and I wanted to make a base game only and Desert Luxe kit house. A base game and Desert Luxe kit only house. That sounds better. There we go. Words. It's kind of late at night right now. It's, let me check. Oh, it's 8:30. Never mind. That's not late. But having said that, I have been going to bed at like 10 p.m. every night now, and I never used to. I used to be that person, especially when I first started creating videos on this channel, that used to go to bed at like 2 a.m. And now I go to bed at 10 p.m, sometimes even earlier. I'm just tired all the time, honestly. I'm a grandma at this point, so I'm kind of tired at 8:30 in the evening, but whatever. I don't know what I was saying either. I think I was talking about the lack of backstory behind this house. I created this house purely because a kit was released, and I think that is an okay reason to create a house, to be honest. And I think it's cute. If you want to place your family in this house, go ahead. Though I will warn you, it's expensive. Like, it's about 80,000 simoleons for a family house that's only got enough space for 4 Sims. So they got to be rich or something. But if you have some rich Sims, you can make them live in this house, and I think it's kind of cute. It's all on one level, so it's kind of probably a nice house to play in. I think it would be a nice house to play in. If you got some rich Sims, by all means, make them live here. It is on my gallery page. My origin ID is ToriFoxx, literally the same as my YouTube username. So yeah, you can download it. You can also renovate it if you want to make it maybe fit for your Sims' individual needs. Maybe make the bathroom bigger if you want, and then toddlers can live in this house because you can actually have a bathtub in the bathroom. But right now, I'm furnishing my favourite room in this house, and I am surprised because this wallpaper, I never use. This bed, I never use. The chest of drawers, I never use. The rug, I never use. I was using some different stuff, but I wanted a modern vibe in this room, so I used a bunch of stuff that I literally never use, and I actually love this room so much. But you can kind of see now why I decided to use a bunk bed, because it's not a particularly big room. But I think I'd still be happy to have a room like this, to be honest, if I was a kid, because it's a cool room. Wait. Okay, this is embarrassing. I genuinely thought that this bedroom had bunk beds. I did tell you that I started building this ages ago. I seriously thought that this bedroom had bunk beds, but the desk is literally under the bed. Oh, okay, I thought this bedroom was for 2 Sims. That's embarrassing because I literally uploaded it onto the gallery and said that this house was perfect for 2 kids. Maybe not. I apologise. I feel like people on the gallery are just going to roast me now in gallery comments, because sometimes people on the gallery can be a little bit mean. Oh, and by the way, we've now moved on to the bit which is from today. All at the beginning of this video was from months ago, and this bit of the video is from today. So I had the build more or less finished, and then I just abandoned the bathroom, which honestly sounds about right for me, because if you didn't know, I just hate building bathrooms in The Sims. I just don't really care about it. I put a little bit of thought into this bathroom, but not too much, because I didn't really care that much, because I don't really care about building bathrooms in The Sims. But that is so embarrassing, because I genuinely thought I had bunk beds in that room, and I literally put it on the gallery saying that this house was perfect for a family of 4. This is embarrassing. I started making this build ages ago, okay? It's not my fault, I promise. How was I supposed to know that I put a desk underneath the bed and not another bed? I thought this was a family home. I mean, granted, when I first set out making this build, I never really intended to brand it as a family home. I intended to brand it as a base game and Desert Luxe only build, and that was what the theme was going to be. But now the Desert Luxe kit has been out for months, so I was going to brand it as a family home, and it's not even like a big family home. Oops. Well, I mean, if you download it off the gallery, just get rid of the desk and make it a bunk bed. There, see? Problem solved. Not even a big fix. You can do that. It's fine. It's a family home. Still counts. And even if there's only 1 child living there, still a family. Still a family home. It counts. It's fine. But we are coming up to the end of this build. I really like what I did here. I made some bookends. I got some books as clutter, And then I got some dog statues and put them either side, and they actually look like bookends. And it looks like a whole new clutter item, but it's not. Am I honestly cheating the system, or am I cheating the system? Although it's not like a big thing, it's probably the most creative thing I've honestly ever come up with. So yes, I am going to blow my own horn about it. Deal with it. But this hallway is actually so bland, it hurts my soul. What do you do for big hallways? What do you put in them? I would like to know, to be honest. But I mean, it's okay. It'll do the job. But the landscaping of this build looks cool. What did I say? I always said that I liked landscaping more than any of the rest of a Sims build. I love doing the outside. I find that super fun. Oh, I put a toy box in here. I genuinely thought this was a bedroom for 2 siblings. I literally added the toy box in this room and failed to spot that there wasn't bunk beds. How embarrassing is that? Honestly, I'm just an embarrassment at this point. Just a huge embarrassment. Honestly, you should just all unsubscribe. I'm kidding, please don't do that. To be honest, I'll just blame it all on me trying to recover from a chest infection. I have probably talked about this in like my last 4 videos now, and I'm not going to shut up about it until it goes away, so I apologise in advance. But if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and comment and subscribe. I apologise about the quality of the screenshots. It had been ages since I played The Sims 4 and I forgot how to change the weather, so deal with it, I guess. But if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like and comment and subscribe, and have a lovely day, and I will see you next time. Bye!